Would you just give me a black person already? Jesus Christ.
You're looking for someone who has mommy issues?
I have mommy issues. As a matter of fact, I don't have one. My issue is I don't have one. How's it going, Tube Tech students? It's your boy Diddles.
That's the intro.
That's the cold open. Welcome to another episode of the Just Talk podcast, the only podcast
It's been a minute.
where you can come on and just talk.
I get it.
Thanks.
That's funny.
Thanks. I started using that intro like 2 episodes ago.
Which was, in reality, like 10 months ago.
Actually, did I use it in the Ike episode? I think I started using it in the episode with Daishan and Wesley. I just forgot their YouTube name, so I was like, you know what? I'll just dox them. I don't care.
Ironite and Westonator.
How did you remember?
I remember things pretty easily.
Oh, I'm not going to say this person's name, but you sure are not my type.
Looking for the next person to give me a relationship trauma or a sugar mommy. I'm good, thanks. If you couldn't tell, we're swiping through a dating app.
Oh, yeah.
We're very depressed and lonely.
Yeah. I keep getting, I don't know if
I have it worse.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say my preferences on this channel.
Go for it. It's a preference.
True. They keep giving me like white girls, and they really aren't.
I wish they would give me some.
Yeah, they aren't my first pick, but if I'm lucky to find someone who likes me, I'll take it.
Sure. You know what? Let's get into this. Why not? I feel like at the end of the day.
Yeah, this will be the opening banter before we get to the topic.
Like,
go
clearly,
ahead.
at the end of the day, I'll take what I can get in terms of like if I meet someone, we both click, and I find her like attractive at all. Sure, why not? That's not to say I don't have preferences though. Like I can still like someone that's out of my preferences, but like I don't know.
Yeah, that's a stigma we need to stop perpetuating. You are allowed to have a preference. If there is a certain thing that you like, go ahead and have it. That doesn't mean that, like, okay, I'm not going to dictate you and say you have to date outside your preference. If you want to stick to your guns and just say, oh, yeah, I only want this type of person, it's okay. If your preference is for a race, who cares? That's
as long
you.
as you don't make it racist.
Yeah, exactly. Just, like, don't be like, man, I only like white people because black people are disgusting. Like, don't
do that.
like, just be like, yeah, just like, I just prefer white women. Like, black women are like a lot of fun. Trust me. They are a lot of fun to be around. You never have a quiet moment. But it's just, I don't know. I just have a preference for white women. I don't. I like black women.
I do.
I like them chunky. I'm literally
Moto.
Yes, exactly. Someone at work brought that up. They were just like, so you're Moto, and I was like, I do like them big, and I do like them chunky.
Chunky.
I do like them round with a little something.
Something.
Specifically, Gloria. Gloria was one of my first cartoon crushes.
My first cartoon crush. Unequivocally, Shigo. Hands down.
Yeah, a lot of, like, if I were to sit here and just explain the list of my cartoon crushes, you will slowly see me developing into a third.
Well, let's go take a road. What's the list looking like?
Like, it started off like one of my first. I didn't even start off good. The earliest waifu that I can remember. Okay, it started off with Puka, and that was when I was like
Puka?
Young. Yeah.
She had no defining characteristics.
I know. But okay, so I think I started off young, being like, I like the thought of having a girl who will like literally
chase after me forever.
Yeah,
who
just
wants
be
me
like,
that bad.
Yeah, someone who wants me. And then immediately after that, no, it was I think it was Yang from Yin Yang Yo, the pink rabbit. And that's when I discovered my love of pink. And then after that, I discovered Amy from Sonic X, and I was like, oh, that's the girl who likes Sonic. And she was the combination of Puka and Yang, constantly chasing after someone they loved, and Pink. So I was like, I really like her, but it's probably just because I like her character. And then please do not crucify me. I was still like 7 or 8. After that was Cream. I was still very, very young.
Okay, as long as you were still like 6, 7.
Yesterday
8.
it was Cream.
6, 7, hours ago.
6, 7
minutes ago.
Minutes.
A couple
seconds. Milliseconds.
I'm thinking it right now.
Yeah. Something about that rabbit just gets me going. Nah, but then you have, even though I never saw the show, I think I did. Because I remember the place that we're recording this now, they used to have like a daycare thing for like when
Downstairs?
yeah, in
Yeah.
basically in room 100. None of this makes sense to you guys, but room 100 used to be like the daycare.
Yeah.
And they used to drop me off there all the time. And I specifically remember them showing all the old like toon Disney shows like Goof Troop and
Boom, boom.
Goof Troop. And that's and that's
Hey,
when I
this is
realized
where we get into the real meat and potatoes.
Disney really said, "Hey, I heard you like dog milfs," and I was like, "I sure do." As a 3-year-old, this excites me greatly. I remember watching Duck Dodgers in there, a little bit of DuckTales, and there was another show that I can't remember. Like the main character was like a weird orange tiger thing. Oh my god, it's gonna sound it's really weird.
Tigers
Because,
usually are orange, yes.
yeah, it was like this, and he had like a giant red nose. I can't remember the name of it, but it was very specific. And there was a
On
cart.
Disney?
Yeah.
Well, dang.
Oh Lord.
We'll keep vamping a bit. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. It was a really weird show, and I know there was a character on there who really got me going. When I was younger, I really Disney started me off good with this with the whole furry waifu thing.
Well, I'm just a whole bunch of Tigger.
Yes, Tigger. That's who it was. Tigger. Oh, I had the biggest crush on Kanga.
Really?
And then when I was really, really young, gender was a construct to me. I could not differentiate between anything. I thought Rue was a girl. I was like, oh, Rue's cute too.
Well, definitely not.
What'd you look up, by the way? Toon Disney shows.
I just looked up Disney shows with tigers.
Yeah, that would definitely get
Tigger,
you that.
Raja, Cave of Wonders, Circus Animal,
Toon Disney shows.
Shendu.
Shinmu.
Well, not Shinmu.
For a couple years, there were like waifus that had nothing to do with animals, and that's when I felt most out of place.
I felt most out of place when I wasn't simping over a furry.
I remember I had the biggest crush on Trudy from the Proud Family.
Which one was she? Was she the main character? No, that was Penny.
Yeah, Bonkers. Bonkers was the show. Does that look familiar to you?
Vaguely.
Yeah, apparently it was terrible, but that's why it never lasted. I had a crush on. I remember they showed Tailspin a lot. That was the one with the characters from the Jungle Book. For some reason, they were pilots or something. And there was this one female bear on that. Oh gosh. But yeah, let's get away from the furry stuff. For the couple of years when I was like, no, that's wrong. You can't like animals.
No, that's wrong.
That's disgusting. You zoophile. I didn't know what that word was at the time. But I remember one of my first human crushes was May from Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was when I was 21.
Fast forward from when I was 8 to 21, where I found my first human waifu.
A child from Pokemon. But yeah, it was May. Didn't really have a thing for Misty. And like, I remember people would ask, why do you like May so much? Like, Dawn is, she's definitely cuter. And I was like,
Yeah, I was always Dawn.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. There's something about the pants I really like. And that's when I learned I had a thing for spandex. And, oh Lord. Man, cartoons really build up who you are sexually.
Really do.
Who was another one? I said Trudy. Shigo, of course.
Shigo was my awakening.
This
We'll
is
get to that after this story.
This is a very embarrassing story, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it.
Okay.
I remember I had the biggest crush on Shigo, and I did what Mike did. I would always imagine
You changed your crush to Higo instead?
Yes. I did what Mike did. I would constantly imagine that they were like real and around me. And I remember one day.
First, I thought you were talking about Mike Pollock. I thought you were talking about Mike from what's his name from Bike Hob. That's how unforgettable. That's how forgettable that show is.
Exactly.
So, like, it took me a minute to realize. Wait a minute.
But yeah, I remember I was like, "Hey, Mom, I'll be right back," and she's like, "Okay." And then
Leave me alone, bro.
And then I went in the laundry room. I was like, "All right, Shigo, we're alone." And then I pretended to like make out with her in the laundry room.
How old were you?
With the lights off. I think I was like 9 or 10.
That's too old.
I know it was. Hey man, at least I wasn't in college. In college, I did it with Cream. I'm just messing with you. It was Webby from DuckTales. A lot of pedophile jokes on this episode for some reason.
Yeah, Tom, just look over it real quick.
Mhm.
It's all fun and games.
But yeah,
But yeah, then you realize, Rarity, I'm a pedophile. I'm a pedophile zoophile. Oh, no.
I had to break it to my wife, to my wife, Rarity. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, I meant to say zoophile, but yeah.
You're gonna have to keep Sweetie Belle away from me. Because she just looks so much like you. Wouldn't you just rather have me? No.
No.
You know what you did. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch that I'm forgetting. Because when I said I had a whole bunch of human ones for a while, I think that was a lie. because because now that I fully embrace the fact that I am a furry, I can only remember like the furry ones. Like Gloria.
Furry to what extent?
I can't see myself ever having a fursuit or a fursona. But honestly, it's just like when I say I'm a furry, I really enjoy like
You just enjoyed NSFW furry shit.
well, I mean, technically, yeah, but I was also gonna say like I just enjoy anthropomorphic animal stuff, like Disney stuff and all of that. Speaking of Disney stuff, apparently it's like a rite of passage to find Judy very attractive if you're a furry. Never did for me.
Now, I'm not a furry. But Judy Hopps, she can get it.
I was more of a Nick Wilde guy myself.
I mean, to each their own.
No, I'm just kidding. I was more about that elephant who was at the
The nude
yeah.
place. The nude
I was
yoga
like,
place.
yeah, I like them big, boy.
Damn, boy, thick.
Pow! Yeah, but at some point I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Just accept it, Brandon. Like you can't change it. Disney ruined you.
You're not hurting anyone.
Sonic cemented it. Never really had a thing for Rouge, which is really weird.
I feel like back in the day, I wouldn't say I had a thing for Rouge. She was definitely like, the eye candy of the show, but I don't think there was ever anyone in Sonic that would be like, oh, she's bad. Like, oh, like I would simp for that. Like, no. Like there's definitely like Rouge is definitely like the sex appeal of the show, obviously.
Yeah.
But she's also a bat. So it's just like, I don't know. There's not really anyone in the Sonic series I would be like, oh yeah, she's bad.
Bro, like imagine you're having a passionate love night with Rouge, right? And then right before you are about to like end it off, that's the family friendly way of saying it. She leans down and whispers in your ear, "You're fucking a bat." Oh no! Go back in! Go back in! Go back in! It's too late. You're mine now, sweetheart. But yeah, my most recent waifu has been my waifu for like years. Natsuki.
She's a human.
She is. And I recently realized the reason why I'm the way I am is because I have a thing for very strong-willed women.
I have a thing for physically strong women.
Well, we both like strong women. My man.
If you are a viewer, please, and you're a female,
And you're strong, either willed or physically.
if you can, like, just let me grate cheese on your washboard abs, please let me do it.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, if I like them big. I do. I really like big girls.
I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from, but just like
But-
muscular women, bro.
But if I can find someone that I can like grind meat on their abs, bro, it's over. It's over.
I don't know where it came from, but it's just it came and it stayed.
It came all right.
It being me.
Yeah. I remember I had a topic for this podcast, and I don't remember what it was anymore.
Well, while you think of that, I've been trying to think of like my history of cartoon characters. It definitely started with Shigo, that's for sure. And then I was like, because everyone was like, "Oh, we're Kim Possible, bro." I'm like, no, so it's about Shigo, bro. It's always been Shigo. And then I can't remember anything else after that. So I don't remember what else I watched.
I wouldn't call her a waifu, but I know when I was like younger and it was more acceptable, Tasha was my favorite of the Backyardigans. That was the hippo.
I can guarantee I know who the hippo was.
Yeah.
There was no one in the Backyardigans that I was looking at and
Of
said,
course
"Oh,
not.
she a baddie, bro."
Of course not. But okay. So as a child, it was definitely more cute because I was like, "Oh, Tasha's cute," and I was like, But now I'm just like,
I always considered Austin the Chad of the group.
Yo, Austin was a Chad. Tyrone was definitely the cuck. He was the Hubert of the group.
That was Pablo.
Nah, Pablo was drowning in pussy, my guy.
He wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Him and Austin were drowning in it. And
I always thought Tyrone and Austin were the two like Chads.
Tyrone, I remember.
I don't know. Tyrone is kind of like a pushover too sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Low key. We're talking about the backyard again.
We are. I wonder if anyone's done like a grown-up backyardigans AU. Do you think that's a thing that exists?
Honestly, probably.
Just be like, in my AU, Pablo grew up and he had a falling out with the group, so he doesn't really talk to him as much. Unique was a famous doctor/scientist.
Black power.
Tyrone is stuck in a loveless marriage. He always had a thing for Tasha, but they could never tell each other how they really felt. So Tyrone settled. He's married to a giraffe named Lisa.
Lisa.
And Lisa's always yelling at him and telling him that he's a no-life. And he's like, then why'd you marry me? And she's like, because I had no other options. And he's like, well, then you should have stayed single, bitch. and meanwhile, Tasha's she's sort of egging him on. Like,
Hopefully
hey.
she'll divorce him so she can get with Tasha.
Yeah, like she'll invite him out to bars and stuff. She'll be like, so you want to talk about it? I'm sorry. Once I get the ball rolling, it has to go. So they go out to bars and stuff, and she's like, well, if you want to, like,
Fuck.
probably. And then she's just, and then the two of them have like a one night stand. And
Sorry, I was too busy hopping on Tyrone's dick.
and Tyrone is more mad at himself because he's not upset about what he did. He's angry because he doesn't feel remorse. It was the one time in his life, in his adult life, that he's like happy about something that he did. So then
We're talking about Tyrone the Moose from Backyard again. You went on a whole tangent, created a whole background story dynamic about Tyrone the Moose.
Oh yeah, and Austin he's just an accountant, and he's doing good.
He's one of those people that peaked in middle school.
Yeah, he's doing all right. Him and Unique will still hang out from time to time. They can't really get into touch with Tyrone because his wife always wants to do some like weird shit. Like, I don't know, let's go to the fucking knitting committee or some shit. I don't know. It's a weird show. Definitely a weird show. What were you saying about your waifus?
I don't know. I was saying, I know Shigo definitely started it, but then I can't remember what I watched till like, I don't remember watching anything else. I was like, oh, you, right there.
I had a crush on the pink-haired girl from Code Lyoko.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone from Code. I was Aelita. I don't think there's anyone in
Remember
Code
the
Lyoko.
names?
Yes.
Dear God,
I
I wish
everyone,
I had your
everyone
memory.
except I can't remember Forehead Girl. I know Aelita was a computer girl, and then Odd was a cat man, and then Ulrich was the dude that liked Forehead Girl.
It's so weird because like I was on YouTube Music a while ago, just going through the shuffle button, and for some reason it just
Jeremy.
It just recommended me the Code Lyoko theme song. I was like, damn,
It kind of go hard, low key. If only it wasn't in French.
right? Like we've learned from experience that French cartoons are always bad. Miraculous.
I still won't finish it.
I know you won't, and it's for the best because you
I
know
don't want to
those-
get angry more than I should.
You know those over the top reactions I used to have?
Yeah.
They're gone. I literally just sit there and I'm like, oh, same shit,
Yep.
different day, huh?
Same shit, different
All
episode.
right. Like, I literally watched an episode where, oh God, what was it? Someone's identity got revealed. And I was like, shit, what happened? Oh, yeah. I was literally watching an episode where Luca, the dude with the green hair, the one where there's that out of context clip where they're like,
Do
listening.
you really love me? This is where my father died, Raphael.
But yeah, like in the context of the episode, I'm like, oh, well, of course it makes sense. No, it didn't. It still came out of nowhere. But anyway, there's an episode where they give him his miraculous to like go back in time in case they fuck up, right? He literally learns the identity of Ladybug, and spoilers for miraculous, apparently. He literally learns the identity of Chat Noir and
Did you say
Ladybug.
Chat?
I don't know. I go back and forth
It's
because
definitely just cat.
then don't put an H in it, you dumb fucks. Oh, hey, Mr. Bouvet.
It's a French show.
Yeah, but
Hot muff.
But yeah, according to his miraculous, he can reset time. He remembers everything that happens in the alternate
Trunks.
Yeah, in the alternate timelines. So he literally learned that Marinette is Ladybug, and
Spoilers.
oh shit, sorry,
Marinette's Ladybug?
my bad. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Damn, bro.
I didn't know. And he also
Adrian.
oh yeah, and he learns that Adrian is Cat Noir. And they've done nothing with it since. I'm just like, yeah, that seems pretty.
Why don't you cataclysm yourself?
You know what?
Bozo?
You know what? There you go.
Does it only activate if he says cataclysm?
Yeah, he has to say it. Oh no, because I think in Chat Noir, Brandon. I think because in the episode Cat Blanc, he basically just like raises
Turns into a white cat.
He raises his hand up and does it.
Wait, cataclysms the air?
Oh no, he cataclysms the entirety of France.
He's that strong?
Yeah.
Why can he do that? Why is he not busted?
I don't.
Does it just take too much out of his like miraculous time or something?
Well, the thing is, like, he got akumatized by. I don't know if I've ever explained to you the episode Cat Blanc, but in that episode, Marinette gets Cat Noir. No, she gets Adrian a birthday present, turns into Ladybug to deliver it directly to his room, cause like the people won't let her in. So she's signing it, right? But she hears him come in the room and she like leaves before she can actually sign the name on it. So Adrian,
I hate this show.
He uses
I hate this fucking show.
He uses like 1 and 2 to put it together. He's like, "Oh, Ladybug is Marinette."
So he knows.
Oh, well, okay. That's the first part of it that made me mad. So he goes directly to her house and he's like, "You want to go out?" And she's like, So they're having a genuine and loving relationship, and I'm like, oh, this is.
Oh, is that the thing where they kissed and then he turned back time or whatever?
Yeah,
they didn't remember it or something like that.
No, this is another episode. That episode still made me fucking mad. But I thought there was a person over there.
I hear you talking about Miraculous: The Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
No. Oh,
okay.
So anyway, they're having a loving relationship and everything is fine, right? And then
that's where the show ended.
And then Hawkmoth decides, what if I make Marinette upset and I akumatize her? So anyway, he basically goes into his Gabriel uniform and he calls him Marinette. He's like, hey, look, your relationship with my son is not good for publicity. Break up immediately or I will sue you and your family.
For what?
I don't know.
I'm suing this child because I don't like her.
Because slander. So Marinette.
Defamation.
So Marinette, she goes and breaks up with him, and she's heartbroken. So Hawkmoth is like, all right, now I can akumatize you, and Adrian looks up and he sees the Akuma, and he's like, oh no, and he starts running. He's like, Marinette.
Why are these people only smart when it doesn't matter?
I don't know, but he's running. He's like, Marinette, look out, and she turns around. He's like, Plague, claws out, and she watches him transform. I'm just like, you're fucking kidding me.
Whatever happened to the whole dynamic of, oh yeah, by the way, you can't let anyone know?
I don't know, but I was literally losing my mind when this happened. So now they both know, and Marinette's like, but we're supposed to keep this a secret. He's like, we can keep it a secret from everyone else as long as, like, no one else has to know as long as it's us. Basically, it's like the other people can have their miraculous, and as long as we're the only ones who know each other, then it should be fine. And they're like, okay, yeah. I'm like, finally, good progress. Then they let us know Marinette's not the only one who saw. Hawkmoth saw him transform. And he's like, Cat Noir's my son?
I hate this fucking show. This is why I will never finish it. I hate this show.
and I'm like, oh, so now he's just gonna have a talk with his son and be like, hey, look.
No, he's gonna try and kill him now.
Hey, look, I'm Hawkmoth. No, wait. There's a reason I've been doing all this, and you think he's gonna go down and be like, I just want to bring your mom back because me and her used to be a team and her miraculous killed her. I don't know who decided that would be a side effect of her miraculous, but fuck them. And honestly, I just want to use it to bring her back. That's not what he does.
That's
He's
not
like,
impossible. Is
no, that is not what he does. He's like, this is gonna be fucking easy as shit now, buddy. And he literally just goes out and does like hand-to-hand combat with him, which leads down to the basement where he's keeping his dead wife.
He just keeps his dead wife?
Yeah, in like a glass casket in the bottom because he's gonna use the miraculous to bring her back to life or something.
Which, for all we know, doesn't even work.
Exactly. So then, Cat Noir's like, "Wait a minute, Mom," and Hawkmoth's like, "Yeah, can't you see, Adrian? I'm doing this for her." He's like, "Dad?" He's like, "Yep. So what do you say? You want to bring her back to life?" And he gets ready to cataclysm his father.
See, this would be amazing if I knew it wouldn't end like this.
No. And this, I didn't know Hawkmoth was this strong, but he punches his child all the way to the Eiffel Tower from the basement.
How is he not dead? He had to crash through a wall of the house, through I don't know how much stuff, into the Eiffel Tower miles away.
So then he's like, "Son, give me your miraculous and we can bring her back." And Marinette's like, "Look, I understand that like you love your mom and you want to bring her back, but this could cause something terrible and we can't afford to do that." So now he has to choose between his dad and the love of his life. And his cataclysm is still in his hand, right? And he's just like, "I don't know what to do." Oh, because Hawkmoth like akumatizes him and he turns into Cat Blanc where he's just like full white. And it honestly looks disgusting.
I assume it would, yeah.
Because he goes from black cat with green eyes to white cat with blue eyes, and I don't know, it just doesn't really sit well with me. They're whitewashing another famous black character.
Hate to see it.
But anyway, he just doesn't know what to do, and he's like,
Cataclysm himself, bro.
And he's just like, "I can't live in this world. I need to be alone." So he points his cataclysm down at the ground, and it starts engulfing like everything, right? And then she. And then he looks at Mary, he's like, "I'm sorry, my lady." And she's like, "It's okay, my prince." And then everything just gets destroyed.
I hate this show. I absolutely hate this show.
He is the only one in a destroyed Paris. And then Marinette is watching all of this because one of her teammates from the future comes back.
What the fuck?
She's like, "Hey, you need to see this because what you're about to do is about to fuck up everything." She's like, "What do you mean?" And she shows her that. No, she doesn't show her the history because that would show who everyone is. She's just like, "Hey, you just need to go get this Akuma away from him because he's going to fuck up everything." So while he's doing that, she's seeing the history. Marinette has this fight with Cat Noir. And Cat Noir is calling her Marinette the entire time. So she's like, "How the fuck do you know?" And she's like, "We told each other everything. Like, don't you remember that?" I'm like, "No. And then she just like punches him in the mouth. So anyway, he's like, "Just give me your miraculous and I can fix all of this and we can go back to being a couple." And she's just like, "I can't do that." He's like, "All right, fine, fuck you." And he cataclysms the entire universe.
What the fuck even?
He puts his arm up and it just expands. And I'm just like, "Oh, well,
surely that takes like years off of his transformation time."
I mean, I guess with the Akuma inside of him, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
This man got the Majin power with him, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, when you merge Miraculous, you can do whatever you want, bro. So maybe Hawkmoth can bring his dead wife back.
Probably.
Why not just
cataclysm the universe?
Why not just ask Ladybug and Cat Noir for help? To be like, "Hey, my wife's dead. Can you like
Can you like just give it up so I can save her?"
I will never akumatize anyone again if you let me bring my wife back. And the agent's like, "Oh yeah, sure." Mom? Dad? She's like, "Oh shit, what's up, man?"
This show, I hate it so much.
So
I love it, but I hate it.
So they wrap it up. She finds out where his Akuma is. She breaks it. Oh, I almost forgot. Akumatizing the whole universe. Marinette's like, "Fine, I'll give you my miraculous." And he just sucks it back in.
He can do that?
I guess so.
He can get rid of a cataclysm?
Like I said, when you got two miraculous on your side, you could do whatever.
The nigga cataclysm himself before and he was about to die. Mm-hmm. So why couldn't he just suck it up?
I don't know. He was just like,
you know what? Like, okay, you know what?
I was like, "Here we go." So then she realizes that it's in his like bell. So she breaks that, gets rid of the Akuma, returns everything to normal. He's like, "Where am I?" And she's like, "Oh, don't worry. This will all be gone in a minute." Literally pulling a Zeno and erasing his timeline from existence. And I'm just like,
Cat Noir's future Trunks.
So anyway, she goes back in time to where she was, finds like Ladybug in Adrian's room signing the cards. She's like, nope. She grabs an eraser and erases everything on it, and then just like zooms out. So Adrian's just like, oh, okay, it's just a gift from Ladybug, nice. And I'm just like, the whole time I'm sitting there watching this episode, I'm like, so this is an episode.
Why is this not like an It's About Time thing, or it's just a constant time loop?
So this is the episode. I'm just sitting there like, I'm so glad they devoted 26 minutes of my life to show me why I can't have what I want. That would be like, if you wanted to be a police officer, right? So then your dad's like, all right, sure. And he makes you watch a video that describes all of the painful and terrible things that can happen to like being an op. No, you know what? Let's make it even better. A fireman. He's like, oh, here's all the ways you can burn to death, be crushed by collapsing buildings, get lung diseases from collapsible buildings, all of that. Here's footage of firefighters on 9/11. Do you want this? Do you want this? He's like, there you go. Be a doctor. Actually, you know what? Here's a video showing why being a doctor is bad. It was literally one of the most frustrating episodes I ever watched.
I hate this show. Like I will always like the show. I will also always hate it for this reason.
Like,
let the people have what we want.
Exactly.
Please.
And it sucks because
at this point I don't even know if it'll be one of those things where, like, at the end of the series it'll happen because of things like this.
See, my thing is that I think they're working towards it because they've shown they have like TV specials or movies where they go around the world to see how other superheroes function. And Marinette's like, wow, so how do you guys manage your secret identities? They're like, secret identities? He's like, yeah, you know, because you're not supposed to know who each other is. That's Tom from accounting. He's like, how do you know that? We don't have secret identities. We trust each other. And she's like,
who made up this dumb rule where you can't tell people? Who made it up?
You know what? But it's those Frenchmen always coming up with those weird rules. Actually, the guy who gave us our miraculous was of Asian descent. Of course he was. And that's when Marinette learned that Americans were racist. Of course an Asian would give you those rules. Whoa there, buddy. But yeah, after that episode, literally nothing has fazed me in this show.
I hate everything about it.
I'm just like, okay, fine. Like the episode where spoilers.
For your
skip ahead
12 o'clock dicks flashing. Okay.
You know what? Skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want the spoiler. The episode where Marinette just straight up tells Alia to her face that she is Ladybug. I was just like, okay.
So the rules are there, but they don't matter for main characters.
The rules do not apply if it gets in the way of the love triangle.
What is the love triangle? Adrian, Marinette, and Luca?
No. Adrian likes Ladybug.
Oh yeah, Ladybug likes. Well, Ladybug and Marinette both like Adrian, but Adrian likes Ladybug. Cat
yes.
Noir,
who by proxy is Marinette.
Yeah.
That, you know what?
That's a love line.
It's
a love circle.
It's easier to say they're in love with each other's alternate.
Pretty much, they're in love with each other's identities. Pretty much.
And I'm just like, it's
Marinette, who's Ladybug, likes Adrian, but Adrian, who's Cat Noir, likes Ladybug.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you know what? None of these reveals get me anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Bro,
I will only care during the finale. When the show is over, there will only be 2 episodes worth what? 3. The one where the show starts, the one where Marinette becomes the holder of all of the miraculous, and the last episode.
Didn't know that.
That's
happened.
it. Oh yeah, spoilers. The old man realizes he's not able to take care of it in his state anymore. So he's like, "Hey, Marinette, you're gonna have to take care of the miraculous from now on."
Why her?
I don't know. He's like, "Cause Ladybug is trustworthy," and I'm like,
Why
"Have you
not
seen
Alia?
this show?"
Why not Alia? Why not? Is it like Fox or something?
Yeah. Also, you know what? Fuck the spoilers.
This whole podcast is a spoiler, bro.
Yeah, like Marinette just says, "Hey, Alia, you can just keep your miraculous now," and she's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then they have a whole episode dedicated to why what Marinette and Adrian are doing is fucking stupid. Because I don't know if you know this, but Alia and Nino were dating, right?
Yeah.
And
they started dating after the bubble party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Marinette gives her a miraculous, she's like, "You can't let anyone know who you are."
Hey, Nino, guess what?
Not even Nino. And she's like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, wacky shenanigans happened where Nino, he's like, "Wait, how come we can't be no, what was it? No, I'm pretty sure they knew who each other was because there were times when they would hand out their miraculous, and Marinette gave them their miraculous at the same time for like one-time use. So Alia came up with the lie. She was like, Ladybug said that I can't be fucking Fox Girl anymore because Hawkmoth knows my identity. And he's like, oh, okay. But then at the end of the episode, she's like, I'm sorry I told you that lie. It's just that Ladybug said it was important because I didn't want you to get hurt. He's like, well, I mean, I trust you. So if you literally just told me that, like, you had to go off and do some superhero shit, I'd be fine.
This is invincible.
And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, except...
I'm breaking up with you because you didn't save me.
Bro, that was... I'm sorry. I know we're talking about one bad superhero show, but this fucking bitch, Amber, I swear to God. Like...
Dumbass.
Don't get me wrong. I get it. If you trust someone, you should be able to tell... If you trust someone you love, you should be able to tell them, right? But if you literally know, why are you mad?
That's what I'm saying.
This is just like...
You know already.
I am literally here saving your life. You could have died today.
You know what? I should have let you die.
You know what? Fine. Go out there. Die. Wait for Mark to save you. Because Invincible sure as hell won't. Damn. Fuck out of here with all of that.
Fuck out of here, pussy fart.
Haven't heard that in years. Fuck out of here, pussy fart. But yeah, Miraculous just has not been nice to me. Really hasn't.
Will it ever? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, in the finale.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they do with this whole Alia knowing Marinette's secret or some shit like that. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm at this point, I'm so deep into it, I have to finish.
That's how I feel about so many things. It's just like it's not that I still like them like that. It's just that like I'm too far into the series to just drop it. So it's like I might as well finish it.
Yeah, because like as soon as I drop it, something big is gonna happen, and I'm just like, oh, okay. It's like with My Hero. I fell out of that. Next thing you know, there's a whole ass movie where Bakugo and Midori are apparently sharing all for one.
It's not really canon though.
One for all. Yeah, I mean I know it's not canon, but it's just like you leave for 1 second and then they have this huge ass thing.
It was a fire scene though. I watched it in the theaters. It was fire.
Like you blink for 1 second and then they're just like, oh, fucking Blue Fireman is Endeavor's son, and I was like, well, I mean I knew that.
I mean I knew that, but like thanks for confirming it.
It's very like very obvious.
Blue Fireman? You mean Dobby?
Dabby?
Did you just dab in 2021?
Yeah, it's 2021. Cringe is dead. Do what you want. Fuck a man.
After what I watched earlier today, cringe is not dead.
Okay, look. That was 2012?
Yes. But I watched it in 2021.
True. Do you think he still cringes about that?
I don't think he ever did.
Nah, I think he's still very proud of what he did. I sure did show a whole class me jerking off. I sure did. And they're better off for it.
They should thank me.
You know what? I'm going to track them down and make them thank me.
I showed you me jerking off. Thank me.
One of his classmates, she's just getting out the shower. She's like walking in her room. She has her hair like all done up. And she's like, all right, just got to get ready for tomorrow. I got to drop the kids off by like 6 o'clock. And she looks outside. She sees a man wearing a helmet with 30 years on it. It's raining. He's soaking wet. Just looking up into her window.
Thank me.
She can't hear him say it, but she knows what he's saying.
No.
Honey, is everything okay? He's back. He's back. Who's back? Fuck no. Fuck. He runs downstairs. He start hammering the nails into the wood, blocking the doors. Daddy, what's wrong? It's that nigga Mike. I almost said hard R. I've learned my lesson. That nigga Mike.
On a live stream.
Lock the windows. The kids are locking the windows, but it's too late. He's already in the house. They run upstairs. The wife is tied to the bed. He's painted her purple to look like Melissa. He's like, where's that? Thank you, Melissa. Please let me go. Please. You get your hands off my wife. And it cuts to a huge fight scene. Mike is just dominating everyone. Turns out that's in his head too. He got bodied for frame one by the child.
Get off of my wife. In reality,
Just no, he got bodied by the wife, bro.
broke through the chains.
Choked him out with the chains. Melissa, help! There is no Melissa, Mike. It's over.
There is no Melissa.
Just let it go. Just don't fight it. Just go into the light. Go into the fires of hell, Mike. It's okay. Melissa. Before I go. Not in front of the kids. But yeah, we gave our analysis of that in the Two Losers Laugh At. It was
something.
It really was. Like, you can really tell when someone went to one class in animation for like 4 years. One class out of all 25 of them. Absolutely wild.
I was just looking through my notes of like stuff that I just have been thinking about to bring up on a podcast.
Oh shit, yeah. We should actually have some stuff to talk about instead of miraculous.
I got like 3 things up here.
Dude.
Most of them are just about my parents thinking you're gay. But
thinking.
Like like back in the day when I think, I don't know, maybe like late middle school-ish, early high school-ish, back when regular show was still like in its prime, and it was an episode of Rigby's brother, and after that episode you kept saying give me some sugar. And you kept saying that trying to hug me, and like every time, you know, I'm not a physical person, I don't like hugging people, and you kept doing that, and I kept being like, no, don't touch me. And like every time my mom would just be like, what does that mean, give me some sugar? Is he gay? Does he want to, like, you know, do that or something? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And he kept saying, give me some sugar. Is he gay? I'm like, he's just mocking a thing from regular show. Like, what? And mom was just like, is that like
gay
a
porn?
Homosexual show? I'm like,
I mean, probably. You don't know what Mordecai, well, actually we do.
We do.
He did lay some pipe with a random ass woman.
At the very least, bi.
No, yeah, very much so. He definitely had a thing for Thomas.
But yeah, my and then like back when you were like the only thing you would talk about was MLP.
Good days.
My dad would always be like, you need to stop hanging around him because you're gonna catch his influence. I'm like, what are you talking about? Catch his influence?
Oh no.
And then he's like, yeah, he clearly he likes watching the horse show, so he's gonna turn you gay. I'm like, what?
You walk up to your dad. You were right. You take off your shirt, revealing a sunset shimmer shirt. Oh no, my son is gay.
You wouldn't call me his son.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh no, Diego is gay.
But yeah, my parents used to think multiple times and question me multiple times if you were gay, and because they thought you were gay, they thought I was in turn gay.
Damn.
Even if you were gay, does that automatically mean, oh, I hang around a gay person? That means I am gay.
Well, obviously.
Apparently.
I mean, gay people are only allowed to hang out with other gay people.
If you're straight, what are you doing hanging around a gay person?
Like like if a gay person hangs out with a straight person, the gay person turns straight, and the straight person turns gay. They basically just do a whole yin yang flip.
Yin yang
yo, yin yang yo. His name's so low, just like a samurai. He's not shy. Sorry, I don't know why I always get mixed up with that.
It was like another thing from my childhood where like my father is super big on like manners and stuff.
Ooh.
So if you were to do something, you would like, except for like this certain circumstance for some reason. So like since he's like super big on like manners and shit, I'm like, okay. It happened multiple times. I would like need to get like a knife or something. I was making a sandwich. I need to get like a knife to spread the jelly on my PB&J. And he was standing in front of the drawer with all the utensils and stuff in it. So I was like, oh, excuse me, I need to get a knife. He would just look at me and just glare at me and just keep standing in front of the utensil drawer. It happened multiple times, like over the course of years. I'm just like, I'm just like, like it multiple times, like over like year. It happened for years, and then eventually, eventually he just broke. So I'm just like, excuse me, because he was standing in my way again. I needed to get something from the utensil drawer, and I said, excuse me. He looks at me. He's just like, what are you doing? I'm just like, what are you talking about? And he's just like, what do you do? You keep saying excuse me for it. I'm like, yeah, because I need to get where you're standing. And he just looked at me. He's just like, no, this is my house. I got here first. You wait for me to finish. I'm just
What?
Like, you have the brain of a child. Like, what do you mean I got here first? Like,
No, this is my house. Should I be doing that accent? Now that I think
he's
about
so
it.
huge on manners. So I'm like, okay, I'll just say excuse me. He'll let me go. For some reason, he legit was like yelling at me, saying excuse me means he's like, if you say excuse me to me, that means you want me to move because what you have to do is more important than what I'm doing. I'm just like, that's not what that means at all.
No, it just means you need to get by.
That just means I need to get a knife and you're standing in front of the drawer. That's all that means. And he's just like, no, I was here first, so you're gonna have to wait for me to finish. So he's putting like butter on a piece of toast. He's putting butter on a piece of toast, just glaring at me the entire time. I'm just like, I'm just standing there. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, what? She's just staring at me, glaring at me, buttering his toast. And then he moves out the way an inch, just enough for me to get to handle, but not enough for me to pull it out because he's still there. So I'm just like, well, can I get my knife now? And he just looked at me. He's just like, I told you, I was here first. I'm just like, what?
Dang.
Like, that is like a child's mentality to me, at least. I would like the fact that you're saying, oh no, I got here first. You have to wait for me. And it's just like, oh, apparently if you say excuse me, that means, oh, well, you have to do, you think that what you have to do is more important than what I'm doing. Well, no, I own this house. What I have to do is more important. I'm like, we're both putting condiments on a piece of toast. What are you talking about? Why are you getting this upset because you want to butter your toast?
See, I would do some petty shit by like taking all the knives out the night before and laying them all on the counter. It's like, what is this? Oh, excuse me.
Oh, excuse me.
There we go. You put those knives back in. I was here first.
I was here first. Thank you.
He then kicks you out the house and boots you to death. In that order. He kicks you out. You are no longer welcome here. What are you doing on our property?
This episode of the Just Talk podcast is brought to you by the Dream Team. Dream Team is currently releasing a line of merchandise based off their new series, Dere Dere. If you're looking to support the show as well and get some fresh merch, then click the Teespring link in the description and pick yourself up a hoodie, a shirt, or maybe even a poster. And don't forget to use the code HOODERAY at checkout to get 50% off your order. That's right. Use the code WHODERE to receive 50% off your entire order. Again, that's WHODERE to receive 50% off your entire order. Oh, wait, can we really sponsor ourselves?
Dang, I wish I had a lot of funny stories to tell from my youth, but my ADHD has told me I'm not allowed to remember anything from my youth.
What else? Do I have any?
Not even my waifus. I also remembered 40 minutes into the podcast what the subject was, and it was disastrous work stories.
You mean disastrous?
Like any story from work that's just like made you feel like your life wasn't worth living anymore.
Every day I wake up. Before you get on that topic, I did have one last thing.
All right, bet.
I wanted to ask because I don't know if this is just a me thing, or it's just a not a male thing. If you have a penis, it might just be a thing with that. I don't know. But for me, I feel like, do you ever get like so mad or so frustrated
That you pop a boner?
that your dick gets hard?
I mean, the blood doesn't know nowhere else to go. It goes all to the head. He's like, oh, we're out of space. To
Like,
the other head.
I feel like every time I get not mad, every time I get like frustrated or like annoyed, for some reason my dick gets hard. I don't know if that's just a me thing or it's just a person with a penis thing. I don't know.
I think everyone's penis is weird. Sorry if there's any young children watching this, even though I put in the description, do not watch this if you're a young child.
You're an old child.
I know for a fact that penises are weird for different people. Like, for instance, my weird thing is that if I hold in my bladder for too long, I literally just pop a boner for no reason. Like, I'm just like, damn, I gotta piss. You rang? I'm just like, I'm not horny. I have to pee. He's like, yeah, we're gonna help you streamline your piss. I'm just like, I don't.
Taking a piss while hard is the hardest thing in the world. To me,
it
at
sure
least.
is. And whenever I do it, I use the employee bathroom because fuck those guys. And speaking of employee bathrooms, nice segue, Brandon.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Work horror stories. Let's go.
That was a nice high five we just did there, Diego. Can we get another?
Woo.
Oh, dude, nice. How about 3 more? Oh, dude.
How about I clap your cheeks?
That was
instead?
really nice. Oh, sure.
Oh,
Man, I got my hands off fast. I mean, my pants off.
That's enough of that.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired of your ass now.
What, am I not good enough for you?
No, you're not. You're not white.
Oh, okay, true. Makes sense.
Black men are disgusting.
I can put a white face if you want. So I don't know if I told you this story, but this was one of the most disastrous days of my life at
When you
work.
pissed on your apron.
No, that was the best day of work because I spent the rest of the day smelling like piss. So customers would come to my line, be like, "Ooh," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what you get for shopping on a Sunday. Go home." But yeah, I also fart whenever people come through without mask, but that's just me.
Then you gotta smell it. You just gotta stand it.
Because the thing is they can't leave until I finish scanning their groceries.
Look at you.
Now, luckily for me, I've been farting for 23 years, so I'm used to the most rancid smells that can come out of me. Like I'm like my farts can be absolutely savage, and I'm just like, yep, this is a particularly bad day for me. So
let me scan that one again.
So
Sorry,
they're just standing there, and I can always notice when they smell and their face like scrunches up, and I'm just like,
Soak it in.
Meanwhile, I'm hiding the barcode on
Copy the barcode with your thumbs.
on my thumbs.
It's not saving a scan. Let me punch the number real quick.
2 0 4 1 4 1 5. Oh no, I messed that up.
Oh,
Hang on
I
a
gotta
second.
go back.
Yeah, it didn't put the 0 in. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So yeah, this is without a doubt the worst day of my work life ever. So it's a normal day. Things are going by pretty slow. I'm already like tired. I'm ready to go because they brought me in early for some reason, like outside of my availability. I'm just like, you know what? The day's almost over and we're fine. And as I'm bagging and getting carts from outside, they're like, my manager comes over and she's like, hey, let's call her Sarah. So Sarah comes over and she's like, hey, I need you to check out the bathroom. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll get to that in a bit. I'm almost done with the carts. She's like, oh, okay, sure. So I get that done and I come inside. And my other manager, let's call her Vicky. Vicky's like, hey, can you go in the back and get some bags for us? We are like really low. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So I'm back there. And then I said Sarah, right? Mm-hmm. And Sarah...
I said Sarah, right?
Yeah, so Sarah comes back. She's like, what are you doing? I really need you to check out the bathroom. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'll get to it, I promise. So I take the bags out there, and I'm putting them in. Now, this is also on me because, like, I'm a very spiteful person. The more you ask me to do something, the more I'm just like, I'll get it on my time. Especially since I'm already there out of my availability. They refuse to put other people on floor care. I'll explain what that is in a bit. And then the floor care machine is always breaking. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll get this on my time. So then one of my friends from work, I almost said, let's call her this, even though it's the exact same name of another coworker. Brittany comes up and she's like, I think you should check out the bathroom. And I'm just like, why is everyone telling me to check out the bathroom? And as I'm walking by, I see Vicky talking to like the person who's on cleaning that day. And he's like, look, I can't. I really can't. Like, I'll do a lot, but I will not do that. I'm like, what are they talking about? And as I'm getting there, I notice a very faint smell. I was like, man, the fuck is that? Someone must have clogged the toilet or something. I opened the door.
Like when Jimmy clogged the toilet.
And I don't know.
Someone had a field day in that toilet.
And I don't know how your bathrooms are set up. I've
never been to our family restroom, so I've only been in the restrooms in the back room.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I opened the door, and our bathrooms are set up. Sink, stall, and urinal. So as soon as you open the door, you just have a straight shot of the urinal. As I open the door, the smell overtakes me, and I look and see someone has shit in the urinal.
Someone has shit in the urinal.
And I'm just like...
So they wanted you to be the one to clean it up?
Because everyone else there was either a minor which is something
Well,
else.
a minor means you can't touch shit.
If you're a minor and you're on cleaning, you're not allowed to touch hazardous waste, and apparently shit is counted as hazardous waste.
Oh, because I'm over 18, I am allowed to touch shit.
And everyone else is a woman, and they're just like, we are breaking gender roles. Women don't have to clean. I'm like, it's not a gender role. It's a basic life skill. You should know how to clean.
It's not a gender role. It's a basic life skill. Clean.
So I walk out, and and the thing is that Vicky had not gone in there to see what it is. The only thing that she knew is that customers kept telling her that there was a problem in the bathroom. So she's like, so what's up? What happened?
There's a turd.
Someone shit in the urinal. And it's not like a solid clump either.
Diarrhea shit?
It's like diarrhea, but since it's in the urinal, the liquid from it is already gone. It's just like the mushy residue. And I'm just like, someone shat in the urinal? And she's like, someone what? Someone pulled their pants down and shat in the urinal. And the worst part is that a couple days before, I have a coworker. I'll name drop her because I like her. Her name is Shannon. She has a YouTube channel. What the fuck is her YouTube channel?
Nice.
I know. I probably should have had this ready to go.
Especially since this is the topic you wanted to talk about.
But yeah, she has a YouTube channel. I'll say it in a bit as soon as I find it. But literally a couple days before, because she's usually on the cleaning crew, she's like, you guys need to consider yourselves lucky because you've never had to clean shit out of the urinal before. That was literally 2 days before it happened.
She's the one that shat in the urinal.
She came in and did it. I can't believe her. So, I'm almost there. But yeah, so anyway, I go in the back and I'm just like gearing up for everything. That's the wrong thing. She sends me links.
Ooh.
And she doesn't give me
Fire Emblem stuck in my head.
Utopia. Oh, okay. Her YouTube channel is Load. Her YouTube channel is not Load. Her YouTube channel is Shenanigans. SHANNIGANS. God, my humor's busted. So anyway, thank you for jinxing me, Shannon. So anyway, I go in the back and I gear up. I'm wearing 4 pairs of extra large gloves.
That's not enough.
I put on the hazardous waste apron that's in the back.
Little do they know, that's not the first time you've had to sift your hand through shit.
Oh, boy, that's fun. Should this be the podcast where I reveal? What are the odds that he's going to watch?
0, but still.
True.
I would hold that one close.
Yeah, because that's what's really going to be like, wow, you truly are a terrible person.
You really think you're the Brandon Salter?
Oh, that's heavy.
If you can hear the rain in the background, it's because it's raining.
And true. I can corroborate that statement. So I'm getting dressed up. I got the apron and all that. I have the cleaning cart. And when I tell Sarah what happened, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "No, you're not. No, you're not."
If you were sorry, you wouldn't have shat in the urinal.
It was oh yeah, I did tell you the story because the one team lead that I really like, you're like, "Oh, well, maybe she did it."
Oh yeah.
I mean, she could if she wanted to. Sheesh. Sorry, I'm not into scat, people. I'm so sorry, but that is not my
Go
kink.
hard sometimes. I mean, what?
So with that being said, leave a comment. I do that every time. It's not even funny anymore. So anyway, I go in there, and I'm looking on the cleaning cart, and we don't have any Febreze. And I know I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this. I went down the cleaning aisle, I grabbed a can of Febreze, and I was like, "Am I really gonna pay for this? No, I'm not." And I walked to the bathroom and emptied half of the can immediately.
You might as well take the lid off and just pour the liquid around the bathroom.
Not to mention, I'm also wearing like 4 masks because, what should I call her?
Miranda.
I'll call her nigga.
That too.
So nigga is like, she's like, yeah, you probably don't want to wear your actual mask in there because the smell is gonna sift to it. You might want to put these on. So I put on like 4 of the paper masks. My glasses are falling off the entire time because they can't
They fell into the shit.
Oh no, they didn't. Luckily, it got really close. But I was like, no.
My glasses almost fell into the toilet once.
Oh Lord. So I'm in there, right? And I'm just like, you know what? It's not gonna get done until I do it. So let's just get this done. The paper towels, like the big roll,
Yeah.
take like half of that roll, and I roll it around my 4 pairs of gloves, and I'm just like, all right, here we go, and I get it in there, and I'm just like, oh
Towel and
gosh,
glove break.
I'm just like, oh Jesus,
I'm assuming it felt as mushy as it looked.
It did, and I hated it because since it was mushy, I couldn't just grab it in one in one fell
At least
swoop.
like a solid turd, you could just grab it and chuck it.
Yeah, so I have it in like a in the paper towels, and I'm throwing it in a huge trash bag. And the thing is that even with half,
I would not get paid enough to.
I almost quit that day, but
you would not pay me enough to sift through someone else's shit.
And I'll tell you what they gave me at the end of it. That really almost
one of those good boy stickers. It's like, hey, you get a free half sub.
Yeah. That when they had the nerve to hand that to me, I almost turned in my 5-minute notice immediately.
You could not pay me enough again to ever sort through some random customer shit in the urinal.
And the thing is, like, I'm trying to grab it, but it just keeps moving away from the paper towel. I'm just like, oh god. And then when I accidentally like break it apart, it releases more stench, and I have to leave. Like as soon as I break it,
we gotta fumigate this entire bathroom.
And it's even worse because the little automatic dispenser that makes it smell good broke like a week before. So like as it breaks, the smell breaks through all 4 of my masks. I'm just like, and I have to like walk out and compose myself. I look down at my hand. I realize I still have the paper towel with some shit on it. I was like, oh, so I run back in there, I throw it in the bag, and in my haste, I lean down to throw it, and my glasses fall off.
Oh no.
And when I was scraping, like a little bit of the shit fell on the floor. And when my glasses fell, I was like, no, I'll never wear you again. It landed like 5 inches away from it. I was like,
That's 5 inches too close.
Exactly. That's 10 inches too close. But But anyway, I'm just like, oh God, I can't do this. So I go back out, I compose myself, come back in, empty out the rest of the Febreze can. And when I say empty it out, I'm not just spraying the bathroom. I am spraying the shit in the urinal.
It'll make it more cohesive.
Point blank, just. And I'm so.
Apparently, you're actually not supposed to shake Febreze. It works better if you don't shake it.
You know what? I wish someone had told me that. But anyway, I end up like I finished scraping it off, right? And the whole time I'm doing this, nigga has been calling me up to customer service because we have a long line of customers.
I'm dealing with some shit right now.
Literally. Nigga, I'm dealing with some shit. And I'm just like, I cannot help you right now.
You want me to come up there with my poop glove? Check someone out of the register?
I will bag someone's lettuce with my poop glove right now, nigga. Please try me.
You know what? I'll fart while I'm at it.
You know what? Let me rip a fat one while I'm at it. You know what? Let me go in there and shit in the urinal again. Again.
Get someone else to clean it up.
It was me. I did it. I had to pay for my own sins. So anyway, I finished getting it, and then I'm like, okay, I have to get the stuff off of the floor too. So I get that. It's all in the bag, and I take it and I throw it away. I'm just like, now I got to go in there with the toilet brush and clean the urinal. So I'm using the toilet brush to clean the urinal. I'm going back and forth because I took some of that cleaning bleach that they use in the bowls. I poured some. I poured some in the stall over there to make it. It was basically like my cauldron. I'm going back and forth like scrubbing the toilet brush in it to get some clean solvent on it. Coming back to the urinal and just scraping and stuff, right? And then I'm using I'm flushing it to like try to like freshen it up too, right? Somehow the drain got clogged with some shit. So the more I flush it, the more brown water keeps coming back up. And I'm just like, I do not get, I'm going, you know what?
I would have quit.
I was like, when you go back down, I'm not flushing you again. I'm just going to make sure the urinal looks clean. And then I'm done. So I did that. I clean it off. It's looking as white as possible.
White, you say?
Now we're talking, buddy. That toilet was a pog.
Oh.
A pub.
It's about to be stopped up with some nut now.
A fat ass white bowl.
A pop.
Fat ass white pony. So that was fun.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, I came out and I was broken. I had 1,000.
I would have been a broken man too.
I had 1,000 yards stare the rest of my shift. I wasn't even looking customers in the eye. They were just like,
How are you doing, sir?
they're like, hey, are you all right? And I'm like, I'm as good as I can be.
As good as I can be.
Like, my question is, how does someone
Who
like
would shit in the urinal?
Like, it sucks because when Shannon brought it up, she was the first thing that came to my mind was a South Park episode where someone took a dookie in the urinal. That's how they say it the entire episode.
I thought they were gonna do the thing where like they shit out of your mouth and throw up out of your ass.
Oh no. But yeah, and it's just like, do you think it's funny to take a dookie in the urinal? Well, it's not funny.
It's funny
Yeah.
looking outside, but when you're the one who has to clean it up.
And I'm just like, what caused this? Was someone in a rush and they couldn't get to the stall? Was someone in the stall? Did someone just think this is gonna be funny as fuck? Because let me tell you, it wasn't.
Do the bathrooms have cameras? No, they don't.
No, they don't. It would be nice if they did. I'd always check the women's camera to make sure no one was dying.
Just install one.
Yeah, I can buy one on Amazon and I can install it near the flushing thing.
Yeah, just install it on the ground and like make it look straight up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this conversation.
I mean, like, that's another thing I don't get. Like, I get seeing women naked is hot, but like while they're shitting, that
I mean, I guess some people got a scat kink.
and some people do like to be peed on, but I'm just like, I don't know. So something about it being in the bathroom while they're using the toilet just
Bathrooms just are a dirty place to me, unless it's my own.
yeah.
That's the only bathroom I can truly relax in.
Yeah, but it was that wasn't fun. And then they still expected me to do floor care. And then I had to go behind the guy who was on cleaning that night, the miner, because he has not cleaned a day in his life. Dear God, not only had he not cleaned, but he was so prideful that he wouldn't just admit that he doesn't know how to clean.
It's my kind of man.
That's my kind of man right there. Die on that hill, boy. We'll call him Jeremiah.
Okay.
Like, even if you've never used a mop, you know not to dump it in water and then just slam it on the
You
floor.
gotta wring it
right?
out.
Yeah, you have to wring it out. That's
That's what the
common knowledge.
lever's there for.
For some reason, he was so afraid of hurting the mop that he would only wring it like halfway. Be like, there we go. See, I'm not gonna hurt. It's like
The
when
best way to wring it out, you gotta like put it in, twist it a bit,
Mhm.
and then you gotta wring it out. But you gotta like force the ring out, bro.
Yeah, it's basically like
You gotta make the noodles damp, but not like just drenched.
the best analogy I can think of is someone who gets their first dog, and when they're pulling on the leash, they're afraid that they're gonna choke the dog, so they just let the dog like lead them on the walk.
Like you gotta have some kind of resistance.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, wring it out. He mopped the bathroom, and an hour and a half
That was
later, the
a
floor
flood.
was still wet. And the whole time he was giving Sarah lip because she was like genuinely trying to show him like, this is how you clean. He's like, I know how to clean. I
Clearly, you don't.
do it at home all the time. We just don't have a mop because you
You
know.
live underwater.
Do you live underwater, bro? Do you not have to mop?
Are you Aquaman?
she's like, Jeremiah, you're white and rich. I know you have a mop at home. And I'm just
We have
like,
someone else. We have someone who comes in and does it.
and I'm just like, "Whoop." Check your privilege, Jeremiah. Such a stupid name, Jeremiah. But yeah, it was not a fun experience for me. And then I still had to do floor care. And the worst part about it that night was that our floor care machine is busted. If you don't know what a floor care machine is,
It's a Zamboni.
yeah,
basically.
it's a Zamboni. When you watch hockey games and they're like riding that machine around to clean the ice,
Except you can't stand. You can't sit on it.
yeah,
You gotta walk with it.
we can't sit on it. I have to walk behind
Walmart
it.
has ones you sit on.
Oh, Walmart has ones that they program the floor plan into, and then they just drive
Publix
around
is
the
richer
store.
than Walmart.
Hmm?
Publix is richer than Walmart. They could do that.
They really are. Like, come on, man. It's not that hard. I mean, sure, I'd lose my job, but still.
Maybe then you actually be able to do actual customer service.
You know, that would help. So that was a night where I had to they wanted me to mop the entire store, but me, after what I had experienced, I spot mopped the entire store. I walked it around, and if I saw a spot that looked like it would be noticeable in the morning, I mopped it.
That's
Other
how
than
I
that-
block sometimes if I'm just not feeling it. It's just like, look, if I look at it and at first glance it looks all right, we good. I need to leave.
And I'm just like, dang. Also, our vacuum doesn't work, so we have to sweep the rugs every night.
Get a better store.
I'm coming to your store, bro.
It's so
I
much
am.
farther away.
I don't care, bro. The gas is worth it.
You're gonna be spending half the money you earn on transportation.
It's better than what I'm spending it on now, cleaning up people's shit. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I know I always make jokes about like, oh, this is when they broke me. They've lost their branded privileges. I'm serious. I am very serious.
You would have lost it the second they forced me to clean shit out of urinal.
Bro, I'm just like, no. This is not in my pay description. And someone
wasn't.
recently told us that like the reason you got the job in the first place is if you go back and look at the application, there's a section where they ask you, are you willing to do stuff outside of your job description? Everyone says yes because they want the job, right? And then once they're asked to do something outside of their job description, they're like, I didn't sign up for this. You literally did. It is right there. Now, should they make you do stuff that's outside of your job description? No, you shouldn't have to. They should have people staffed on every spot so we don't have to worry about this. We should have a janitor. It's not that hard of a concept. Hire someone willing to clean shit. It's not that hard. Why is that customer service's job? Well, technically, customers use the bathroom, so you're servicing them by cleaning it. No, I'm servicing them by sucking their dick. This is not what I signed up for. I just want to check people out and have pleasant conversations.
That is the place where we work in a nutshell. They're like, at least for mine at least, they're like super focused on like pleasing the customer to the point where it's just like anything else is like non-existent. If the customer's not happy, oh, go away from me, you're fired. It's annoying.
Damn, bro. Like, I rarely even get, like, customer complaints or anything.
I mean, I've never had a customer complain either.
Well,
But
actually-
I've complained about a lot of customers though. I've none have complained about me.
I did get one customer complaint. I don't know if I told you this story, but this is great for the podcast. Because we reached the hour mark. So, yeah, we did it. Nice.
Wow.
Damn, we've been high-fiving a lot today, Diego.
I was just slapping your ass.
Oh. Wait, so who the fuck high-fived me? Run. But yeah, the one customer complaint I got is the day I was working on Express, right? And of course, she comes in to the Express lane with like 35 items.
Was that the lady the people that come in and just go to the express lane with 10,000 items and pretend not to know English?
Oh no, that's another person, and I haven't seen them in a while, so they're probably in jail. But anyway, this lady comes through, and I'm like, hey, how are you? And she's like, I'm fine. I'm just like, oh, okay.
I get the hint.
So she's about to put her stuff down, but the conveyor belt's already running, and there's like a wet spot. Oh, okay. I thought you were done for a minute. I got scared. So anyway, she comes through the line, and there's a wet spot on the conveyor belt, and she's like, aren't you gonna clean that up so I can put my stuff down? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'll get that for you.
Because to suck my dick.
Because like, when it comes to stuff like that, I can be genuinely accommodating. Like I'm always the one to find out how something is my fault, like firsthand. So I'm like, yeah, I should have been cleaning in between the countless line of customers. So it's fine. So anyway, I look under to get my paper towels to clean the register, and I notice I don't have any. So I look over to nigga, and I'm like, hey nigga, can you hand me some paper towels so I can wipe down my conveyor belt? And she's like, oh yeah, sure. But when she comes over there, she's like, nah, you know what? I'm not doing anything right now. So she sprays it and she starts to wipe it down. And I'm like, oh, thank you, nigga. And she's like, oh yeah, sure, it's no problem. And then he's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, well, I mean, she's wiping it off so you can put your stuff down. She's like, I asked you to do it. And I'm just like,
What the fuck?
and I'm just like, oh, well, she kept the paper towels with her, so I couldn't really do anything. She's doing this out of the kindness.
Was she a white lady?
Yeah, she was. White people, what's wrong with you?
Except for the one that I like.
Tell us down in the comments. What is wrong with you? No one's going to comment on this.
And if you have abs, please, and are in your early 20s, please.
Also, I'm an ass man, so if you have nice pictures of your ass, make sure to send them to my Twitter account. No, don't. Don't, please. I swear to God, I don't want to be the next Carson.
You are legal.
Yes. If you're legal, then send it to my NSFW Twitter account. What is it? You have to find out on
Also,
your own.
if you're a white with washboard abs, and
So-
a legal female, please. I'm lonely.
I'm sorry, you said unlegal? Unlegal. Unlegal.
Please. I said illegal.
Illegal.
Oh,
Got it.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Illegal. Illegal. I don't remember what that's from, but that used to crack me up. It was just, I think it was a random My Little Pony YouTube poop, where for some reason they kept using the soundbite, illegal. Illegal. I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? What is illegal? So anyway, she's already mad. She's putting her stuff down, her 20 items in the 10 items or less lane. And I'm scanning everything. And we have very short conveyor belts. So sometimes people will put stuff on the end that doesn't move. And I think, oh, okay, you probably just left that down there. So she has some Oreos down on the end. So I reach down there and I grab them and I scan them. And I'm like, all right, your total is going to be $139.62. She's like, oh, no. And she was one of those people that like pays before you even start scanning, right? So she pays. I say,
Just a bad idea.
yeah, I'm like, all right, your total is $169.32 or whatever I said.
39.62.
And I press EFT and it goes completely through. I'm like, here's your receipt and have a wonderful day. And she looks down. She's like, where's the Oreos? And I'm like, oh, I grabbed them for you and scanned them. Don't worry. They're in the bag. She's like, I wanted those separate. And I'm just like, oh, my fault. It's normally people will put stuff down there by accident and not know that it's going to move. She's like, no, I told you I wanted it separate. Ma'am, you've been on your phone this entire time. You have not said anything to me since since nigga will wipe it down.
Exactly. You complained that I wasn't wiping it down and you have not said anything.
So then she's like, is there anything I can do about this so I can like get this off? I'm like, oh, well, if you take it up to customer service, they can get that off for you. And she looks at me for like 5 seconds.
I hate customers, bro. I hate customers so much.
Like she makes the most disgusted face I've ever seen, and then she walks away, right? And this is when
Fire this.
fire him, hang him, and burn him.
I want him expelled.
I want him expelled, executed, and exonerated is a good thing.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Another E word that stands for lynching black people. So anyway, I'm keeping the line moving, and our past manager comes. She's like, "Hey, Brandon, can I talk to you for a second?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure. What's up?"
Is it about the bitch over there?
Hmm?
Is it about the bitch over there?
Is it about that cunt? That cunt right there, the Oreo cunt. Hey, Waterwitch, if you're listening to this podcast, put that on a shirt. Oreo cunt. Use an asterisk for the U so we can get away with putting that on websites. So, and she's like, hey, so I just got this like customer like talking about everything that happened. Can you give me your side of the story so I can see what's going on? And I told her exactly what I'm telling you guys like right now, minus the nigga and shit stuff. And she was like, yeah, that sounds about right. You can get back to work. And that's why I will forever love that manager with all of my
I just hate
heart.
the customer's always right mentality because a lot of times they just aren't.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, man, you're really getting mad at someone working minimum wage. Where has your life gone?
Exactly.
Look, I get it. You're mad that Martin Luther King won, but you can't take that out on me, okay? I'm just trying to make a living.
And I'm not even doing that.
I'm barely doing that. I can't even move out yet. Come on now.
For me, it's always the old people who want spray butter. Like sprayable butter. Because I think it was earlier this week. I think like Monday or something. I don't know. Sometime earlier this week, some old guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you." I'm just like,
Boy.
I heard him say, "Hey, you," and I didn't look his way because like, you can't be talking to me saying, "Hey, you." You're not talking to me like that. And then he comes up again, "Hey, you." I'm just like, well, clearly he's talking to me then because he's screaming and he said it again. But I'm not gonna answer to "Hey, you." So then he comes up again. He's like, "Hey, I'm talking to you, kid." And I'm just like, okay, I'll just be the bigger person. I'll look over. And he's like, "This is the third time I've called for you, boy." I'm just like,
Ooh.
old white man calling me boy. That's happened a lot of times. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear anything with these freezers," which is true. I just chose to ignore him at that point. But I'm like, "Oh, I couldn't hear you. These freezers are loud, all this stuff." I'm like, "Okay, so what's up? What you want?" And he's just like, "This is the third person I've asked. You better know the answer." I was like, "Okay, try me then." And he's like, "I need spray butter." I'm just like, "Spray butter?" And he's like, "Yeah, I need spray butter." So I take him over to the dairy section where we have all the butter. And there's like a sprayable, I can't believe it's not butter. So I show him that. I'm like, "This is the only kind of spray butter we have." He goes, "No, no, no, no."
He pulls out. He pulls out a table. No, 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 no.
Banging on his cart. He said, "No, no, no." I'm just like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I killed your family. What? What happened?
He's just like, "You're the third person I've come to. You keep showing me the wrong thing. It's in an aerosol can." I'm just like, so I'm thinking, oh, he's talking about Pam then, probably. Like, Pam, like the spray oil.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, is it oil or is it butter? And he's like, "No, it's butter. I keep telling you it's butter."
Sir, you obviously don't need any more butter. Your cholesterol is high enough right
And then I'm
now.
like, I put the butter back. I'm just like, well, this is the only kind of spray butter we have. And he's just like, "I know you have it. I just bought it here." I'm like, well, can you be more specific? What is it? He's like, "I told you, it's an aerosol can of spray butter." And then he gets mad. He's like, "Oh, damn you. I can't believe these new people on this job. Damn you." And he keeps saying that, and he walks off. But we walk off in the same direction. And I'm just like, so I'm going down my frozen aisle, going back to my float, just packing out the stuff on the shelf. And you know how the frozen aisles look. They're behind glass doors with shelves on them.
Yep.
So he looks at me. He's just like, "I know you have it." I'm like, "We're back on this again, I guess." And then I'm just like, explain it again to me. What is it? And he's like, "It's an aerosol can of butter." I'm just like, "The only aerosol cans we have are oil. Are you sure it's not oil?" And then he's like, "I told you, damn it, it's butter." I'm just like, this is like an old man too. I'm just like, "Look, bro, I showed you the only spray butter we have." And he points at the freezer door. He's like, "It's in a door just like this." I'm just like, that just confused me. I'm like, what? I look at him confused. I'm just like, what? He's like, it's in a door just like this one. I'm like, we don't have any butter behind doors. What are you talking about? And he's just like, "Damn you. I can't stand these new workers. You never know where anything is. Damn you." He kept saying, "Damn you."
Damn you. Damn you.
And then he goes to some other lady. Like, some other lady comes up. She hears a commotion. She's like, is there anything wrong, sir?" And he's just like, "Maybe you can help me since this boy clearly doesn't know what he's talking about." I'm just like, call me boy one more again. I swear I'll beat you the fuck up.
I will lynch you myself.
And then so she goes, "Oh, it's in an aerosol can, right?" He's like, "Yes, it's an aerosol. I keep saying it's in an aerosol can." So she's like, "Is it an oil?" He's just like, no, no, no. And at this point, everyone in the vicinity just keeps looking over. I'm just like, look, I don't know what he's talking about, bro. I don't know what he's talking about. He said it's in a door like this. That's in an aerosol can of butter. That's not that one. And then she like takes him all around, like, we take him all around the store. We go to the aisle 5, which is like baking stuff. We go to like the Pam oil, and it's literally a Pam spray oil that's butter flavored. And he's like, "Finally, some damn sense. This is what I wanted." And he takes 2 of them, and he's just like, "Damn you!" And he just walks away again. It was just like, I asked you 5 times, is it oil or is it butter? You screamed in my face, it's butter. This is oil with butter flavor. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I swear to God.
And he just keeps cussing in my face. "Damn you. Yeah, I hate these damn workers. Damn you." I'm just like, leave my store, bro. Leave me alone. Like, what is wrong with you?
Oh my God. So something about the vision of an old man just damn it, damn it, damn it.
Every time he showed him the wrong thing. Someone like 2 times that I saw, someone showed him the I can't believe it's not butter spray, and someone said, "Is it oil or is it butter?" It's every time, no. He's banging on his cart. I'm like, bro, calm down. You're in a Publix.
Fucking flipping carts over. Where's my butter?
And I'm just like, and then the store manager came up to me. He's like, "Is everything good?" I'm like,
No.
This dude asked me if we had spray butter. I showed him the spray butter. He yelled at me saying, "That's not what he wanted." I asked if it's oil or butter. He said butter. I said, "All our butter is over here." And he yelled at me again. Turns out he did want oil, and he just called it butter. And he's just like, it sounded like more of a promotion than that. I'm like, it did. He kept yelling at me and yelling damn it at me at the top of his lungs. But, because I showed him butter when he wanted butter. That happened to me early this week. Then,
this week?
Yeah, like on Monday or Wednesday, one of those 2 days.
Dear God.
And then some lady was like, she needed help finding some item or whatever. And then I found it for her because, like, obviously I work in the frozen aisle. I know where stuff is. So I found it for her immediately. She's like, "Wow, you're like a dog, like a seeing eye dog." I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
A monkey. Seeing eye monkey.
Seeing eye monkey. Ook ook.
Ooka ooka. Unga bunga banana.
And then I think I already told you this, but I didn't say it. I haven't said it on the podcast. But there's this one older white lady who was asking me where I think it was like diced chilies were. They're on aisle 4 with international stuff. I'm in frozen, so I'm like, all right, let me walk you over there since you clearly don't know where it is. I didn't say all that, but like, okay, I'll walk you over there. So I show her it. Where was I even going with this? Oh yeah. So I show her it, and then she's like, "Okay, can I get a price check on it?" I'm like, "The price is right here. It's like, I don't know how much it was, like $3.19, sure." So I'm like, "It's $3.19, like it says down here." And then she's like, "No, because sometimes the price is wrong. Can you just double check it?" I'm like, I guess, sure. So I scan it on the app. I'm like, "Yeah, it's $3.19." And she's like, "No, that doesn't sound right. Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, look at it. It's $3.19.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. It's $15.95.
So
is that better?
She's like, "Are you sure that's the price?" I'm like, "Yes. I mean, like, if you really want to, you can go up to customer service, but they'll just do the same thing I did, except it'll be a different person." And she's just like, I guess it's just the prices are so high nowadays. I'm just like, yeah, they are, but I mean, look, I don't make the prices up. I just stock the shelves. I'm like, haha, yeah, I don't make the prices up. I just stock the shelves. And she's just like, I guess it's just, I forgot you guys don't shop here. I'm just like, what?
Where?
I'm just like,
where else would we go? We are already here.
I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean, you guys? She's just like, yeah, it's just like, yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
oh.
I'm just like, you're an old white lady, first of all, saying, "Oh yeah, you guys don't shop at places like this." I'm like, what does that mean? I'm just like, because at first it took, sometimes it takes a minute to process what people say. So I'm just like, yeah, I guess not. And then she's like halfway out the aisle. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I'm just like, what'd you say? And then she turns around and looks at me. She's just like, prices nowadays, am I right? And she just walks off. I'm like, what do you mean, you guys? Like, what? Like, one of my other coworkers who's also black, he just looked at me. He's just like, she just say that? I think she did.
You keep forgetting you monkeys don't shop here.
I work here, lady. Like, what?
Damn, dude.
If I wasn't here, you still wouldn't find your chilies.
He would still be $3.19.
I hate when customers think they know more than the people who work at the place.
I really only have one more story, but it didn't happen to me. It was this is something I will stand by. I do not think high schoolers are emotionally mature enough to be on the register when it comes to dealing with customers, because all it takes is one crabby old person who could come in there, and high schoolers just fucking break.
That is true. The amount of crappy old people I've gone past, I like, look, 9 times out of 10, I'm never going to see you again anyways. I'll just take the heat and move on my life.
Yeah, but like with high schoolers, everything is a personal attack, right?
Nothing
So
personal.
I was bagging for this person for this high schooler who was just training on the register. Also, let me tell you this. if you are a high schooler and you get hired as a bagger, do not fall for it. Do not let them train you on the register until they give you that promotion, okay? Because that's exactly how they
lecturing the microphone.
That is exactly
better not.
That is exactly how they trick you into being a cashier with a bagger's wage. They don't have to give you that. They're just like, oh, okay, you know how to cashier. All right, fine, sure. Don't do that. But anyway, this old man comes through the line, and this high schooler, he doesn't like to use the rolling conveyor belt for some reason. I guess because it's more to clean. But there's like a wet spot from someone who just had their watermelon there.
Watermelon.
Cause the watermelon juicy. So anyway, he's like, oh, I'll take. So the dude's like, aren't you gonna clean this up? And he's like, oh, I mean, I can take your stuff for you. I don't really use the conveyor belt like this. And he's like, well, I want you to clean it up. And I'm just like, all right, at this point, literally just fucking clean it.
At this point, literally, just do what he wants and move on.
But of course, he snapped back because it's not important. But he has a very personality.
He's flamboyant.
Yeah, he's very flamboyant. And he snaps back. He reminds me of one of my friends from high school. Hope he's doing okay. I should check in on him. I should DM him on Instagram. Okay. So anyway, he's like, oh, if you don't want to put it down, I mean, I can just take it because I don't using very belt. I'm like, dude, just fucking clean it. And
just suck it up and clean it.
And this old man, before he can even finish talking, he's like, do I have to go get Phyllis? And that's the name of the manager. And he's just like, and the high schooler, I know his personality. I'm like, he's going to snap back. But luckily he showed the restraint just to be like, he sprayed it. He didn't even spray. He just wiped it down with a paper towel.
Wetness.
Mm-hmm. So he wipes it down. He's like, thank you. And is it that hard to do what you're told? So after he says that,
you're not in charge of me, dude.
So after
I don't work for you.
So after he says that, he's scanning his stuff, but he's tossing it down to me, just like throwing it, and somehow the old man doesn't notice because the high schooler didn't get a customer complaint at all. Like he was just like. So he scans it and we put it away. And as soon as that old man walks out the door, this high schooler goes on a tirade of slurs. nigga. Telling me what to do. Fuck out of here, you fuck asshole old man. I don't need your
To be
ass.
fair, that's what I was saying under my breath, that old man.
No. I am not a fuck ass.
I am not a fuck ass. No.
It's so weird how we're bamming on the table, and with this new mic, the cord doesn't come out, so it's still going.
Wow.
Man, sometimes all you need to do is drop $100 on something you don't really need at that moment.
Yeah, no. I guess like the last thing before we just wrap up, it just kind of reminded me when you were saying like clean it up or do what you told or whatever. There was some lady, she was like a short lady, and she needed something on the top shelf of the frozen thing, so she called me over to get it. I'm like, okay, cool, I can get it for you. I'm like, how many you want? You want 1, 2? How many you want? She's like, I'll just get 2. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I reach up, I grab the 2, I give it to her, and then I'm reaching my hand up to pull the rest of them forward so other people can reach them. She's just like, well, aren't you gonna pull the rest of them up too? I'm just like, what? She's like, yeah, are you gonna pull the rest of them up while you're at it? I'm like, that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now, ma'am. And she's just like, do it then. I'm just like, okay.
You know what? Fuck you.
So
you take her.
Fuck you.
You take her cans back. You put them back on the top shelf. Push them all the way to the back. Get your own damn cans.
So I do the standard and put 2 forward, and I'm about to close the door. She grabs my wrist, grabs the door with the other hand. She's like, "What about the rest of them?" I'm just like, "What?" And she's like, "Pull the rest of them forward." I'm like,
"Do you want them?"
I'm just like, "I'm sorry." And she's just like, "Well, pull the rest of them forward. Then why'd you only pull that forward?" I'm like, "I have to get back to work. I have to float to work." And she's just like, "Well, is this not your job? Do it then." I'm just like,
I am doing my job.
Like,
goodbye.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it then. So I like do that to pull her hand off of my wrist because don't touch me, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
He said that to her face. Don't touch me, bitch.
Don't touch me, bitch. But so I pulled the rest of them forward, and like I'm sitting here, she's just sitting across the aisle, just staring at me pulling forward. And I'm just like I'm pulling it forward. I left one back there because she couldn't see it anyways. I did one that just so I felt good about it. I know I didn't pull them forward because fuck you. And then so she's like, see, was it that hard to just do it? I'm just like, no, it wasn't. And she's just like, see, there you go. Now you did an actual job. I'm like, what do you mean actual job? Like, what? I'm like, I have an actual job. Like, and then she's just like, excuse me? What was that? I'm just like, I said, I'm just like, have a good day, man. And she's like, yeah, that's what I thought you said. And she just walked off and just like, I'm gonna punch the fuck out of you so hard.
Can you tell she's not employed?
Like, the minute you turn around, I was trying so hard to not go to Walmart, grab a gun,
Oh, Lord.
kill myself.
As she's walking away, you just donkey punch her in the back of the head. She's like, I want to talk to your manager. I don't know. I'm right here.
Tell him.
What do you want?
I bring him over for you. Tell him. What did I do to you?
I did my job.
My job is to keep bitches like you in check.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
we should probably end on a higher note.
yeah, no, we should. Honestly, what my thing is, I want to make it mandatory for like at least like out of high school. You gotta work customer service for at least a year because if
I will say working customer service will humble you at the very least.
Well, maybe not even just customer service specifically.
Just like any kind of service in general.
In any situation where you have to deal with customers, I think everyone should have to work in that for
I
like
feel like
a
especially
month.
just being on the other side, it will definitely humble you.
Imagine how much better quality of life would be if everyone had been in that position before.
Like especially now, like even like when I go to like let's say I go to Walmart or something like that. If I get something from a shelf, I'm like ingrained in my brain to block stuff forward still, just because I'm like I don't want to inconvenience the other person now. And it's like I've seen some people at restaurants that like yell at the people and everything. I just feel like why would you do that? They're just doing their job. Like I feel like for me at least, I'm always gonna tip the person, be nice to them or whatever, because like literally they're just doing their job. Like just be nice to people.
I usually try to make it customary where like if someone's giving me like bad service, like
I'll still pay him.
yeah, like I'll do my best to try to be like a better customer's one who will actually be like, okay, so like when I leave, they'll be like, well, at least not all the customers were bad today, because it's like I remember Big Chow Grill. One time I went with my buddy, and this person just refused to come to our table because there was this one table that just kept getting order after order, and they were just like, I can't deal with this anymore. So they came over, and I was like, hey man, you can just take your time with the hours. Can we just get like a refill on water? Just bring it by when you can. And she was like, okay, yeah, sure. So then she brought it over, and I was like, all right, bet, nice, thank you.
Fuck you.
We gave her a nice tip. I mean, she was also my body type, man. She was wearing a Steven Universe shirt, so
you really did give her a tip.
yeah, sure did. I think Sugalite was on the shirt, and that's what really sold me on it. Pull up in a monster automobile gangsta. I'm sorry.
I don't know that.
I don't either. I don't know why I sang the words. But yeah.
Yeah, just be nice to people, bro.
Literally, if you go shopping, if you go to eat, be nice to your anyone
humans.
providing you
Just be nice
with
to
service. Just be nice. That's all we're asking. Attend the school of friendship.
However,
learn how to be a decent person.
Someone's a dick to you. Fucking just be
Fuck
a dick
'em.
to them. Fuck them.
Just right,
Fuck them up. Fuck them.
right then and there. You're like, you know what? You want to be an asshole? I'm taking you, asshole. Come here. I think I learned my lesson.
Wow. I think I learned my lesson.
You know what? I'm sorry for treating you so bad. I didn't say stop. But yeah, welcome back to the Just Talk podcast. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to just vent and talk about stuff.
Again, I'm very lonely.
Damn.
I will peek the mic as much as I can.
You're talking into the side of it, and you're going to get better results right here.
Damn. I'm very lonely. Help me, please. If you're legal, let me put that out there. Girl, that AC is really annoying me. And you have like, please, I just need abs in my life, please. They look so good. The aesthetic of it is so amazing. Don't interrupt me, bitch.
Sorry.
Did I say you could talk? I hope that picked up.
My stomach was like, oh, fuck. He's serious. And any BBWs out there, stay beautiful, because I love literally all of you. I would literally be fine being single the rest of my life.
Exact opposites.
Like, I'll be fine the rest of my life if I could literally just observe BBWs for the rest of my life.
We really are just like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, bro. So anyway, with that being said,
Except I'm gay.
don't even have the outro on it. It just ends.
Yeah. That's it for today.
So yeah, with that being said, leave a comment down below letting us know what you'd like to see us talk about next. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified the next time we upload. Don't forget to join the Discord server and check out the merch down in the description. Don't forget, all Dairy Dairy merch, use the code HOOTERAY at checkout and you get 50% off all your orders.
You're gonna have a bath, Tim.
You're gonna have a bath, Tim. That's on the shirt. So with that being said, until next time, goodbye!
When did that start?
I think it was a Pokemon Academy Life episode.
See
Hey,
ya.
let's record more Pokemon Academy Life.